Good morning, Fort Pierce, and welcome to Virtual Coffee with the Mayor. I'm Linda Hudson, Mayor of the City of Fort Pierce, and we have a great program for you today. We want to thank Main Street Fort Pierce for being the host for this virtual, and we're in the headquarters of Main Street right now at the Flats Baptist House in Fort Pierce. And today, our sponsor is the Education Foundation of St. Lucie County, and we have with us Tom Jones, who's going to tell us all about all the wonderful things that they do and maybe you can help with for our students in St. Lucie County. Tom, welcome.
Well, thank you, Mayor Hudson. Thank you very much. I'm really glad to be here. Just a little story about the foundation, and then we'll talk about some programming. The Education Foundation was created actually 30 years ago. We're celebrating our 30th year, August of 1990, and we were created by the school board and civic leaders. I look at some of the names. Chris Vogel comes to mind, Vernon Smith comes to mind, and Ken Pruitt. So they were the early folks that wanted to further public education. And so we're a 501c3, so we're actually the school district's charity. And we focus on the academics of students, and we focus on struggling students. And so we have several programs, but our largest program each year is called the Teacher Grant Program. We actually raise money from the community, and all foundations, or rather all of the education foundations in the state of Florida qualify for a state matching grant. And that budget actually still passed through the budget process. So in spite of COVID and all the emergencies, there's still a fund that will match a private donation for teacher grants. So we expect this year. Yes, and this has been going on for about 20 years. And so we donate about $60,000 a year. And our program is a little bit different than most foundations. Ours is what we call mini grants. So a teacher will place an application with the foundation, maybe to help with a science project or to help with a math project. And this is funding that's outside the school district funding. So we sort of supercharge the school district budget, but focusing on struggling students in areas like reading. We're very big in reading.
Right.
We know that the child doesn't read well by the 3rd grade, they will likely not graduate from high school. So we really focus on early literacy. It's a big issue for us. And early literacy even starts as early as 4 years old. So it could be even pre-K. So we start with literacy. We're also big in math and science, and we're trying to help students focus on graduating either work ready or career focused. So, and that's our biggest program, and that's launching right now. So we've raised the money from last year. We've already gotten the match from the state of Florida, and now we have applications that are ready to be open for the teachers. Actually write a grant, a mini grant, and it comes through us on an automated system. Our board votes on it, and then we put the money out there and we track it for the year.
Many people don't realize that a lot of teachers put up their own money and need to add to whatever they have given to them by the school district because they need extras, and this is a great way to help them.
Yes, it is. So you're absolutely right. Teachers reach into their pocket all the time.
Right.
We also have a way to go online and just donate to a classroom. So there's just go on our website at efslc.org, and you can actually choose your school and choose the classroom and click on that, and you can just make a donation of $25 or more, and 100% of that money just passes right back to the teacher.
Goes directly to the teacher. That's great. Yeah. That's great. Yeah.
So yeah, that's another program that we've been doing for years. So so we've been working with the struggling students. We also recognize and sponsor the Teacher of the Year. Program.
That's the Education Foundation.
Right,
yes.
exactly.
Yes.
It's called Night of the Stars.
Right.
And so we've been doing that for over 20 years. And then also the final thing is we do scholarships, student scholarships. We have the largest private scholarship program in the county. So every year we donate about $70,000 to graduating students. And I've been with the foundation now for 5 years. And what I did about 4 years ago, I said, look, let's actually focus on children of need, but children of excellence also. So our scholarships will go to a student that has a need and a challenge to help them go to a college. But at the same time, if we have a student that has done extremely well, regardless of circumstances, they may come from a family that is fairly successful, but they've really worked hard and they want to go to a college and they still need support. That we would do that also. So it's a broad-based scholarship program.
Great, great. And so do you have opportunities for volunteers?
Well, yes, we do. We have a number of events that we hold. Now, this year, of course, with COVID, it's a little bit more distant and all. But and I want to tell you about our annual dinner.
Yes, I want to hear about that.
Yeah, our largest fundraiser each year is the Evening for Education Annual Gala. Now, for 20 years, it's been black tie and gowns, and it's been held mostly at the Pelican Yacht Club. And we raise money through the auction and sponsorships. And of course, with COVID, we struggled about how to actually hold that. And this year, we'll be celebrating our 21st dinner. So we're going to hold a virtual dinner and a virtual auction. So how does a virtual dinner work, right?
Yes, how does a virtual dinner work? I've seen the virtual auction, and some of them have been quite successful. So tell us about the dinner.
Okay, well, the auction will be exactly the way that most people do it. You'll be able to go online and be able to bid just like on eBay.
Right.
But the auction, we struggled with that. But our dinner has always been an elegant dinner, so we wanted to really focus on that. So we're going to sell a ticket for $50. And then the ticket will be good for $25 off a selection of restaurants. So we've been going.
Oh, you'll be helping local businesses
Exactly.
too. That's great.
Part of the program is to help the local businesses. So we've reached out to a number of restaurants in Fort Pierce and throughout the county. And we have two right now. We have Kyle G's Prime Seafood.
Yeah.
And we have Pasteo's homemade pasta in tradition.
Good.
I can't name it right now, but I have two restaurants in Fort Pierce that I'm talking to. Keep your fingers crossed. And the way it would work is that you just dine at your own leisure, and then you would turn the ticket in, and then we would give back the $25 to the restaurant. We're not going to make money on the dinner. We'll make money on half of the ticket.
That's great. Well, so how do they buy the ticket?
They go online. It's efslc.org. EF for Education Foundation, SLC for St. Lucie County, and just click Evening for Education, buy the ticket, we'll mail it to you, and just take the ticket, have a stub on it, and bring it to the restaurant. And we're also going to hold the dinner for a month, okay? It'll be a celebration, because we don't want to have everyone going the same night.
Overtime.
Right,
overtime. That's great. And so you do have a volunteer that we're honoring today.
Yes, we do.
And I'd love to hear something about her. We have a certificate for her and a gift certificate from Little Jim Bacon Tackle, so I hope you give it to her. So tell us a little bit about her.
Okay. Our volunteer is Cindy Poloni, who was a vice president with PNC Bank. Cindy has been with the foundation for a number of years. Cindy happens to be our board chair this year. It's a 2-year term. And Cindy has a passion for early literacy and early learning. And it's truly a personal passion as well as a corporate passion. PNC Bank is a very large bank, but they're regionalized, and Cindy works for the Southeastern Regional President. And they have a program called Grow Up Great, which focuses on children as from 4 to 5 years old in terms of literacy. So there's a program called the Read for Record program, which is throughout the school district, where people come in and read to our younger students. And PNC Bank is a big supporter of that. Cindy lives in the county, her children go to the public school district, and she's just a wonderful person to help. She's a great leader, and she has a real heart.
So please tell her thank you for everything that she does for our
absolutely.
St. Lucie County School and for your foundation. And it's so great to have you here today.
Thank you.
And Tom Jones with the Education Foundation of St. Lucie County, a really great organization that helps our teachers and helps our struggling students. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, thank you. And so I want to reiterate what he said about if you can't read by the 3rd grade, you're probably not going to be able to graduate from high school, and you may not be able to have a successful life. And so it's really, really important that students learn to read by 3rd grade, and many organizations recruit mentors and try to help, and that's a great way to help our schools and help our foundation. And so now we have our next guest with us, and I'm really delighted to present Jara Jarvis, and she is a downtown business dynamo, and we're so proud that she is here in Fort Pierce. And so tell us the name of your business, where it's located, and tell us how you got into it.
Thank you for having me here today.
Sure.
I own Jarvis Treasures Boutique. So I carry women's clothing, accessories, and all kinds of fun things thanks to my customers. Because of COVID, they've asked for all kinds of new things, like drinkware and puzzles and candles. So I have an assortment.
Branched out.
Yes, they gave me some feedback on what they needed. Most of them were working from home, so obviously clothes like we have on today
Right.
weren't a staple item. So they asked me especially for puzzles, some snacks, some just fun things that
And I got your coffee cup.
Right.
Right?
I have a limited edition Fort Pierce coffee mug that you can only get from us. It has a few things on it that remind
Has
you
a
of
map
Fort
of
Pierce.
Florida with a star of Fort Pierce, and I drink out of it every morning. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. So I'm located in the historic arcade building, and I think that that's a building that a lot of people don't know have tons of businesses that they need to come visit. There's some retail shops. There's, of course, the Potbelly Deli that's been there forever, some
Right.
salons. So we're really trying to highlight all the businesses over there. The Art Connection, which features a lot of local artists,
Right.
which it's exciting that Art Walk is opening back up next month.
Right.
So that'll be October
Looking
16th.
forward to that.
For
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
So I'm just really honored to be part of our downtown. We have amazing businesses that have adapted during this time, for sure.
Exactly. And you're part of the Downtown Business Alliance?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm so proud that they all got together. They are a self-starting group.
We had a lot to figure out. It
Right.
was hard. We had to
Right.
figure out how to, do local pickups for our customers if we were in retail, how to switch more to online and offering services like on Facebook.
Right.
It's been a challenge, but together, we figured it out. We've gotten through.
Good. And you have limited hours now, but do you have,
Yes, ma'am.
you want people to make an appointment? Or
So
how does it work?
Tuesdays I take appointments.
Mhm.
I'm there all day. I'm usually doing shipping and doing all my back end stuff. I think a lot of people don't realize, there's organization, hanging, tagging, packaging. A lot goes into
Right.
being open. I'm open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So Thursday and Friday from 11 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 3.
Great.
And all
great.
my customers know I'm pretty flexible, so I work outside of those hours with them on appointments.
Yes, the day I stopped by, the door was locked. She spotted me
I
because
was
she
here.
was working.
Yes, ma'am.
So I love the arcade, and I can't wait to come back to the shop.
Yeah.
And anything else you want to share with us?
Well, I'm just excited we're getting back to events. So Sailfish is having their Oktoberfest the weekend of October 2nd.
Okay.
And then Art Walk starting next week. And we're actually doing an open house for the arcade building.
Oh, good.
November 14th, we're going to feature all the businesses in the arcade building, and everybody will be set up in the tunnels, and you'll get a chance to meet all the businesses that are in there and see what we have to offer.
Okay.
So,
Well, anything else you want to share with us?
I just appreciate being here today.
Right.
Hey, why don't you-
Jarvis?
Why don't you tell us about the other businesses that are participating in Oktoberfest as
So
well?
I believe Thirsty Turtle, 2nd Street, Cobb's Landing. I know that they're taking part too. Of course, everyone on 2nd Street will be open. Burl at Notions and Potions will be ready for you.
We got a lot of go-getter
Yes,
businesses.
everybody. I mean, it's hard to miss the ones that are out, that are going to be out and about and ready for you to come shop small. I think our
Right.
community has shown up big time for
They have.
small businesses. They've made it a point to.
And three
To
new
come
ones
to
are
us.
open, not
I
too
know.
long ago. And I was so impressed because the other businesses came to their grand openings and
Yes,
their
of
ribbon
course.
cuttings. So they support each
We
other.
have to support.
It's a family.
It is,
It's
for
a
sure.
family. Well, thank you so much.
I appreciate
So
you.
Jarvis Boutique in the arcade.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. So, for those of you who may be new to Fort Pierce, the Arcade Building is a historic building in downtown Fort Pierce. It's located at US 1 and Orange Avenue. And growing up, it had ranch land, so you could go there and buy Western clothes. So, and it had Taylor's Soda Shop. You could go there and have a soda and the best hamburger in the world. So, that's the Arcade Building. So our next guest is Jessica Parrish, and she is not new to the United Way, but in a new position at the United Way. So welcome, Jessica.
Thank you.
for being here. Tell us a little bit about you and the United Way.
Awesome. So as Mayor Hudson mentioned, I'm not new to United Way. I actually started 4 years ago, but lucky me, I became CEO during the pandemic, effective April 1st. It was an April Fool's joke, right? But, so I've been there 4 years now, so it's been great.
Good, good. And so what's the United Way concentrating on right now?
Right now, we have a funding stream for nonprofits and faith-based organizations from the CARES Act. So we're working in partnership with the St. Lucie County Board of County Commissioners to put funding on the street for those nonprofits and faith-based organizations, including churches, that may have expended funds specifically due to COVID. So
Right.
if they had to buy PPE, sanitizer, or bring in a special company to sanitize the pews in the churches or their office facilities, all of that is a reimbursable expense under our grant.
Wonderful. Well, and people don't realize that if churches don't meet in person, the tithing is a little bit difficult, so that they suffer from not having services.
They do.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, the grant can't cover revenue loss. However, we can help with the transition in technology.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
if they had to get a speaker system or meet in
Yeah.
a parking lot or whatever.
Or if they had to get Zoom or some sort of
A program. Yeah.
program or technology equipment to go virtual, we can help reimburse those expenses.
Where can somebody apply for those grants?
So all the information is on our website, unitedwayslc.org/cares, and that'll bring you straight to the CARES page, and it has a big link in the center that says apply now.
Good. And so in ordinary times, what does United Way concentrate on?
In ordinary times, right now, we would be kicking off our campaign with our annual Day of Caring, which usually brings in about 400 volunteers on a Saturday to go around to nonprofits and help paint or landscape and things like that.
Okay.
Obviously, we can't do that with social distancing restrictions and things like that. So we have transitioned that into a United Way Spirit Week. So October 5th through 9th, that week, I can't remember. Each day we have a certain topic. So we have Meet Alice Monday. So Alice is asset limited, income constrained employed.
That's a study. I read that
It
study.
is a study,
Yeah.
yep. So it's learning about that population. Those
Right.
are the individuals that are one crisis away from slipping into poverty.
Right, right.
And then we have T-shirt Tuesday. We encourage everyone to wear our United Way T-shirts, tag us on social media, things like that. Women United Wednesday. So we have a group called Women United that's focusing on implicit bias this year. So we'll learn about what they're doing in that
And
area.
I haven't been able to make those, so I want to start doing that. I want to
Yeah.
make sure that I can.
Okay,
They're
we'll
virtual.
definitely
They're
get you.
virtual, right?
Yes, they are
Right,
virtual.
Right.
And then we have Thankful Thursday, so we'll thank our donors and our supporters and the local businesses that have backed us for several years. And then Fearless Friday. Introduce all of our fearless leaders in United Way, the board of directors, the staff, and all that. So we'll be celebrating in a Spirit Week this year.
Well, one of the things that I think that we all know about United Way is we have the opportunity where we work to contribute via our paycheck or pay stub.
Yeah.
And so I do that through the city of Fort Pierce, and it's an easy way to give. And I think United Way, is that the primary source of your funding?
That is the primary source of our funding for this local United Way. And this year we've had to pivot and shift from the paper pledge forms to now we have a digital platform pledge form set up. So each of our local campaigns, like the city of Fort Pierce and St. Lucie County, will all have a designated landing page where all the employees can go on and give straight on electronic means instead of in person on paper.
Oh, okay. And you have Howard Chieftain from the county. Isn't he on your board or has
He
been on your
is,
board?
yep, he is our immediate past chair. This
Right.
year, Michelle Franklin,
Right.
St. Lucie County Property Appraiser, is our board chair.
Yeah, shout out to Michelle Franklin. Good.
Exactly.
She's doing a good job for you. 'Cause
She's very busy.
and she actually reached out to me after she was here last month and said, "You got to have Jessica Parrish." So I'm so glad that she did.
Well,
And,
thank you for having me. Yes.
Anything else you want to say about the United Way that people need to know?
All of our information is on our website, so if you're interested in running a campaign or donating to United Way, you can visit unitedwayslc.org.
Good. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
And we're going to have wind up with Michelle Cavalcanti. And I just want to give a shout out to all of our guests today, because as you can see, we have nonprofits who are operating during COVID, and we have businesses that are learning to operate during COVID, our city of Fort Pierce is working on 2 different tracks. We are really trying to keep on course with our normal business and move businesses along and move all of our activities along, but we're also trying to protect people in this era of COVID. So, and I'd also like to thank our sound man today, who is a volunteer for us today, who serves on the Main Street Board, and that is Commissioner Jeremiah Johnson. Thank you, Commissioner, and welcome Michelle Cavalcanti.
Thank you
Tell us
so
what's
much.
happening on Main Street.
Oh my goodness. So there is so much going on. I mean, everywhere. October is a busy month. Just
Yeah.
lots going on. It's when we start to really dive into the best weather of the year. And
One of my favorite months in Florida.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the sun and the summer and it's great, but you start to feel like we might actually get another season around October and that's
Right.
always exciting.
Right.
We have several things going on. There is one thing that we are announcing today for the first time, and we're pretty excited to be sharing it today at Coffee with the Mayor. After discussions with several different powers that be who've been very helpful to making sure we can make the event happen, we will be holding a pop-up Friday Fest on October 2nd.
Woo-hoo.
Yes, it's very exciting. It's going to be a little bit different than what people are traditionally used to at Friday Fest. We're sort of easing our way into this. We want to find ways to make sure we can continue to grow the event back to where it was
Right.
and do it safely. So for October, what we will be doing is on Avenue A, the section, I guess it's called Marina Way as well, between where Krabby's and Cobb's Restaurant is. That is the area that will be closed down. It's a much more abbreviated version.
Right.
It is also Public Utility Week that week.
Right.
And for the last 5 years, we've been partnering with FPUA during that week to showcase their different departments and services that they offer. So they will have their various trucks downtown along Avenue A, so you can come, cruise, bring your kids.
Do they
see
have a
the
big
house-
flag?
They have a giant
Yeah,
flag. There will
right.
be the big flag
Right.
will be down there. We couldn't be doing this without the support of FPUA, Southern Eagle, and Cobb's Landing. We will have the Humdingers
Yeah.
there singing and some limited beverage station options. We're taking great care to meet all regulations and create a distance wherever possible, but still have some fun. We will not have food vendors, so instead we are encouraging guests to get takeout from their favorite downtown business. Come have a picnic out in the square. You'll have that entire area along the water. Think where the
Marinas-
where farmers
yeah.
market is normally held, and where we have in the past and will again have craft vendors. We're not going to have vendors of any type for this particular month because, as I said, we're
Yeah.
we're
I can
easing
see
our
that, yeah.
we're easing our way into it, but I'm very appreciative. We are very appreciative to the city, FPUA, Southern Eagle, and these various businesses, and especially Cobb's Landing for working with us to make this happen because we could absolutely not be doing it alone.
Right.
So we're hoping that some, but maybe not too many, but then also a lot come down. That is also the same weekend that Oktoberfest is happening downtown. So maybe just pop in and say hi and then go along and visit one of the other stops.
So there might be people coming to Oktoberfest who just drop into
Yes,
Friday Fest. So
absolutely.
pop-up Friday Fest, is that what you call it?
That's what we are calling it,
Okay.
because we want people to know it's a little different. And we're also going to have some celebrity bartenders. We haven't fully revealed all of them, but I believe. I believe.
I think you're looking at one.
So we're, there aren't a ton of options for all of us to get out and visit an open space right now in the evenings.
Right.
So we're hoping everybody will come, have a great time, make some new memories, check out everything that FPUA is doing for us, does for us locally as a local utility, and just make some new memories.
Yeah, I'm really proud of FPUA. They've done a really great job of reaching out to the customers who are in danger of disconnects and helping them with easy payment plans with no interest and letting them know that we don't want anybody to be disconnected. So we are going all out, way beyond, to make sure that nobody has that. So I'm really proud of this, our hometown utility. Very proud.
Absolutely, and I can say from a Main Street perspective, there is not a single time where we reach out to them and say, hey, could you help us? What about this?
Yeah.
That they don't say, all right, what do you need?
Right.
And this is just another illustration. This will be a great opportunity for kids to come out. They're not necessarily a bunch of activities where things are touching, so you can feel comfortable. Kids love to see all the big trucks, and the Manatee Center will also be on hand.
I was just going to
that day.
ask you, because the Manatee Center is really great for kids.
Yes,
so-
and they are part of FPUA. They're part of the utility. People
That's
don't
right.
always realize that.
No, that's right.
But they do
I'm
a
glad
lot.
you mentioned that.
Yeah, they do a lot in local education, and even during this past summer, they ran summer camps.
Summer camps. And the Manatee Center's put Fort Pierce on the map internationally.
Absolutely.
Because it's so successful. So
Yes.
what else do you have going?
Okay, so we have a few things. Right now, you can see the art behind me, which you can't see in the rest of this room, and I hope that folks will tune in to some live videos we'll be having over the next few days to showcase each of the artists that are displayed in this room. We have art from Christopher Gunkel, local artist, Anita Prentice, and Doretha Hare.
Boy, you got three great artists
We
there.
do. They have all generously agreed to partner with us on this experiment with a virtual art show. So what it is that we have the art hung here. If you would like to come see it in person, you can absolutely just give us a call at Main Street, make an appointment. We'll be happy to let you come in and look around. However, if you'd like to shop from the comfort of your own home, you go to our website, mainstreetfortpierce.org. In your top navigation, there's a bar that says Shop Art. You click there.
Shop local art.
Yeah, you're right. Look at
I've
you.
been there. I've
Getting
been
fact checked by the mayor on my own website. Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
So it's Shop Local Art. There's a drop down. Technically, Anita and Doretha's show is a joint show,
Okay.
so they're listed, and then Christopher's as well.
Right.
So please check that out. That's a way for us to support our local artists as well as
Right.
is help support Main Street. We do have a fall golf tournament sponsored by Southern Eagle and John Jacobs Construction
Right.
coming up on October 24th at Gator Trace. It was a great event. We did one in June. It was so
Right.
popular that by the end we had scheduled this one. We are already almost full. We have
Right.
a few spots left for teams, so
One thing you can do during COVID is play golf
you absolutely can.
safely. Yep.
And I take no small amount of pride in saying our golf tournament is super fun, and I know because people come year after year and they tell me how much they love it.
And that's the second time you've mentioned Southern Eagle, so they're a really good partner, I think.
Southern Eagle is a cornerstone partner, not just for us, but for many organizations
Right.
locally. I think people know, they see their name. I don't know if people are individually aware of how involved members of the Bush family themselves are
Yes,
in making these
right.
events happen.
Right.
You'd think these are folks that always pick up the phone, always return the call, always take the text. They right there with FPUA. We've got hey, I've got an idea, and they're like, let's make it work. So
Good.
we do appreciate them. We will be doing the Ghost Walk again this year. Main Street will.
Oh, good.
Yes, I promise. I'm only doing October. I'm almost done. We do it each year, the Wednesday and Thursday before Halloween. This year that will be October 28th and 29th.
Okay.
We have reformatted to keep everybody comfortable, and masks will be required by guests. That is because we have some wonderful local descendants who come and are a part of playing their ancestors each year. Some of them have health conditions and are compromised immune. And the only way that we can have them be a part of it is that we ensure that
We're used to mask requirements.
we are, but
Yeah.
we want to make sure people know that in this instance, it's not just standard precaution. It's that we have specific people who come in their fourth or fifth generation, and
Right.
this is how we can have them be a part of it this year.
Good.
Those tickets will become available on October 1st.
Okay.
It will absolutely sell out, so if you're interested, keep an eye on that. We are going to be doing a pub crawl. We're joining with Taco Dive, Cobb's Landing, Pierced, Cider Works, Second Street Bistro, and Sailfish Brewery on October 10th. $25 a ticket. Please check our website for more details. And the last thing I would just remind folks is that we do have our reverse raffle coming up. It's going to be November 14th. We're doing it virtually here from the Platts Bacchus House. It's going to be a fun time. We've got some cool stuff planned. We're all learning to do things differently, and we're hoping that everyone will join us for what's always been a really exciting event. It's the 26th year, and our theme this year is Passport to Paradise. Although none of us really need it because we live here.
Right.
Obviously, I think I'll let you fill us in because I think you know a little bit about who our guest for October is.
Who are
For
guests?
Coffee with the Mayor.
Oh, yes. Well, you have to help me out. Because you and I chatted yesterday, and I wasn't sure.
Oh, okay.
I want to make sure we pinned it down.
You're
So-
right. Look at this. So she tells me my stuff. I tell her, it's a good relationship.
Right.
I did get confirmation that we will have Impact 100 St. Lucie as our
terrific.
sponsor for
Good.
October. They're going to be here sharing their mission. My understanding is that you are also a part of,
Yes.
of that organization.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to having them with us. This is a lovely group of it's women, correct?
Right.
It's all ladies.
Right, it's all ladies, and they just started up a couple of years ago, and we were all founding members, and you gave so much money to start off with, and then I think, the first year they gave to one or two organizations, substantial money, not just a little bit of money, but substantial money to help with children mostly, or whatever that particular theme for that year is, so.
Absolutely.
I didn't have a lot of time to be real personally involved, but I did contribute and was.
Yes, absolutely. One thing I will say is that you stay busier than just about anyone I know.
Right. They keep me posted, but I can't always participate.
Absolutely. And I just want to thank our guests, Tom Jones from the Education Foundation coming, as well as for being the sponsor today. Thank you, the Mayor, for being here. Jared Jarvis from Jarvis Treasures, who I actually happen to be wearing her blouse, one of her blouses.
Yeah.
And Jessica Parrish, thank you from the United Way coming and sharing, and heads up to one of our board members, Jeremiah Johnson, manning the camera.
Yeah, all right. And so we're going to sign off right now and say have a great rest of the month. We're in Hispanic Heritage Month now, and so celebrate Hispanic Heritage this month. And we'll see you next month, October the 16th.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a Friday morning, 8 o'clock. See you then. Thank you all. Thank you, Main Street.